We've all heard it before. Drinking water first thing in the morning is one of the healthiest habits you can have. And yes, it's true. Water is essential for our bodies, especially after a night's rest when dehydration can set in. But here's the catch. Drinking water the wrong way in the morning can actually harm your health. Surprised? It's a topic that's often overlooked, but if you're not paying attention, the simple act of hydrating could do more harm than good. In this video, we're going to reveal 5 common mistakes that people make when drinking water first thing in the morning without even realizing it. Whether you're someone who has made this a routine for years or you're just getting into the habit, you'll want to stick around. By the end of this video, you'll not only know what to avoid, but also learn how to hydrate properly in the morning to set your body up for a successful day. But before we dive into the specifics, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more helpful content coming your way. Mistake number 1. Drinking ice-cold water on an empty stomach. Let's start with the most common mistake, drinking ice-cold water as soon as you wake up. It might sound refreshing, but did you know that this simple habit can actually shock your system in a way that's not beneficial, especially as you age? Here's what happens. While you sleep, your body goes into a state of relaxation. Your digestion slows down and your organs work less actively to conserve energy. When you wake up and drink ice-cold water, you're essentially throwing your body into a state of stress. Your stomach tightens, blood vessels constrict, and your system goes into overdrive, trying to adjust to the sudden chill. When you're younger, your body can bounce back from this stress more easily. But as we age, our bodies become less tolerant of these sudden shocks. This can lead to a variety of discomforts such as stomach cramps, bloating, or even a headache. Take Eleanor, for example. At 76, she used to love drinking a glass of ice-cold water first thing in the morning. However, she began noticing that her hands felt cold, her stomach was cramping, and her digestion was sluggish. After consulting her doctor, Eleanor was advised to switch to room temperature or lukewarm water. Within a week, she felt a noticeable improvement. Her stomach no longer felt like it was in knots, and her mornings became much smoother. So, if you've been reaching for that cold glass of water in the morning, consider switching to room temperature water instead. Your body will thank you. Mistake number 2. Drinking water. Too quickly or in large gulps. How many times have you woken up thirsty, grabbed your water bottle, and chugged down a glass of water in one go? It might seem like you're doing your body a favor, but drinking water too quickly can actually disrupt your system, especially in the morning. When you wake up, your body is still in a transition phase. Your heart rate is gently rising, your blood pressure is adjusting, and your digestive system is slowly coming online. If you rush and drink a large amount of water all at once, your stomach might feel like it's about to burst. The sudden influx of water can cause bloating, nausea, or dizziness, as your body struggles to process the large amount of liquid. Walter, a 72-year-old retired coach, used to drink an entire bottle of water before his feet even hit the floor. While he thought this was a healthy practice, he often felt lightheaded in the mornings. After speaking with his doctor, he realized that drinking too much water too quickly was causing his dizziness. By switching to sipping water slowly over the course of 15 to 20 minutes, Walter noticed that the dizziness disappeared and his energy levels were much steadier throughout the day. So the next time you wake up thirsty, resist the urge to guzzle down a full glass of water. Instead, sip slowly and give your body time to adjust. It's all about finding balance, not rushing the process. Mistake number 3. Drinking from plastic bottles left out overnight. This one might surprise you, especially if you're in the habit of leaving a plastic water bottle on your nightstand overnight. While it seems like a harmless routine, Drinking from plastic bottles that have been sitting out overnight can expose you to harmful chemicals. You might be thinking, "It's just water. What harm could that possibly do?" The problem lies in the plastic. When a plastic bottle sits in a warm room overnight, the plastic can start leaching chemicals into the water. One of the biggest culprits is BPA, bisphenol A, although many bottles are now labeled BPA-free. The problem is that even BPA-free plastics can still contain other chemicals that have similar harmful effects on the body, especially when they are exposed to heat. These chemicals are known as endocrine disruptors, meaning they interfere with your body's hormonal balance. As we age, our hormones become more fragile, and exposure to these chemicals can exacerbate existing health issues. You might not notice any immediate effects, but over time, drinking water from plastic bottles left out overnight can lead to issues like headaches, fatigue, or digestive problems. Take Stanley, a 78-year-old man who had been drinking from a plastic bottle left on his nightstand for months. After a while, he started experiencing frequent headaches and feeling tired despite getting plenty of sleep. It wasn't until he consulted with a nutritionist that he learned the issue was his plastic water bottle. After switching to a glass bottle and filling it fresh each morning, his headaches eased, his energy returned, and he felt much better overall. If you're using a plastic bottle, it might be time to switch to glass or stainless steel. The small change can make a big difference in how your body feels. Mistake number 4, drinking water right after taking medication on an empty stomach. You've likely been told by your doctor to take your medications with water, but have you ever been instructed on how to do this properly? It turns out that the timing and amount of water you drink with your medication can have a significant impact on how your body processes both the medication and the water. When you drink too much water too quickly on an empty stomach right after taking medication, it can lead to nausea, bloating, and sometimes heartburn. This is especially true for medications that are meant to be taken on an empty stomach or when your stomach is sensitive. Margaret, an 80-year-old woman, had been taking her thyroid medication for years. Every morning, she'd take her pill and follow it with a large glass of water. But recently, she began experiencing nausea and discomfort after her routine. Her doctor asked her about her water habits, and it turned out that drinking too much water too quickly right after her medication was irritating her stomach. By simply changing the amount of water and waiting about 45 minutes before eating breakfast, Margaret's nausea disappeared. The key takeaway here is to be mindful of how much water you're drinking after taking medication. If you're taking pills first thing in the morning, try sipping just enough water to swallow the pill and avoid drinking large amounts right afterward. This will give your body a chance to process the medication and food more effectively. Mistake number 5, skipping breakfast and replacing it with water. Finally, there's a trend that has been gaining popularity: skipping breakfast and starting the day with just water, often part of an intermittent fasting regimen. While this may work for some people, especially younger individuals or those on strict health programs, it's not always the best option for older adults. When you wake up, your body has already been fasting for 8 to 10 hours. Your blood sugar is low and your energy reserves are depleted. Drinking water without eating anything can cause you to feel sluggish, shaky, or mentally foggy as the morning progresses. Water might hydrate your body, but it won't provide the nutrients your brain and muscles need to function at their best. Alice, a 69-year-old woman, decided to try intermittent fasting and skip breakfast, opting only for water in the morning. At first, she felt fine, even losing a bit of weight. But soon, she started feeling moody, forgetful, and lacking energy. After visiting her doctor, she learned that her body needed more than just water in the morning. Once she added a small breakfast back into her routine, like a boiled egg and some fruit, her energy levels stabilized and she felt much more clear-headed and focused. Skipping breakfast might work for some, but if you're finding yourself lacking energy or feeling off, it could be time to rethink your morning routine. Adding a small breakfast can provide the fuel your body needs to start the day strong. Conclusion. There you have it. 5 common mistakes people make when drinking water first thing in the morning. Now that you're aware of these mistakes, you can adjust your morning hydration routine to suit your body's needs. Whether it's opting for room temperature water instead of ice cold, sipping slowly instead of chugging, or avoiding plastic bottles, these small changes can make a big difference in how you feel throughout the day. Remember, hydration is crucial, but the way you hydrate matters just as much. Take your time, listen to your body, and be mindful of how your actions affect your health. Hydrating in a more gentle and thoughtful way can help your body feel more balanced, energized, and ready to tackle whatever the day throws your way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful tips on health and wellness. And let us know in the comments, what's your morning hydration routine like? We'd love to hear your thoughts.